Hey, what's up everybody? We're back here. This is Josh with Fat Boys Barbecue. Thomas will be coming shortly, but I'm just getting some things prepped. It's a beautiful day in October in Northeast Texas. And what we have today is another brisket video, but not just any brisket video. This is the first brisket on the new Oklahoma Joe reverse flow smoker. So we're very excited today. It's gonna be an awesome 22-pound and a half behemoth brisket, and we are super excited to get this thing on the smoker. So let me show you what I got so far. All right, so what we got here is the Oklahoma Joe reverse flow smoker. It's actually reversible. It can be styled here. The reverse flow, you can move down here and have it just as your regular offset burner. And so, but I've got it set up for reverse flow because that's the setup we use when we take the bigger smoker on the trailer out to competition. So I just wanted to keep that reverse flow technique. So something new I'm using is charcoal. So I've got a bag here of just your regular Insta-Light, no liquid needed, just get it going. I got some of these B&B charcoal logs, like some competition char logs we're gonna try out as well, just because we burn through so much wood. And let me show you those. We've been using these Hickory blend mini logs for pretty much this whole time we've tried smoking. And so the biggest issue we run into is, first off, these are like 25, 30 bucks. No, they're actually $39 a piece. And we run through them really quick, especially on these big smokes, like a brisket, like an all night brisket smoke. And so we're trying out some charcoal to kind of help make the firewood stretch a little longer. But we do have some pecan wood from a tree that fell on the property, and we're gonna try to split that up and have that ready for hopefully next year. So that'll be fun, and I'll have to buy this every time. Last but not least, the secret weapon, we got some cherry chunks here. And all of this stuff can be found at your local Walmart or Brookshire's Brothers, or if you're blessed by God to have an HEB down south, you get that as well. And so I watch a lot of YouTube videos on, Bar A Barbecue, Goldie's, all the big guys in Texas, and they're using, nice, expensive stuff. I just wanted to show how the regular Joe's outdoor barbecue guys can get stuff from their local grocery store and still make some quality meat on this smoker. Okay, like I said, this is no small brisket. So this is the cutting board I'll normally use for cutting the briskets, and it's not gonna work. And also, I got this bucket for Christmas for briskets, and that's not gonna work. So luckily we came prepared. In my research I've been doing today, most of the brisket videos I've seen, people just skip over this part. And so we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it. Biggest thing you want, sharp knife, and your brisket as cold as possible, so straight out of the fridge if possible. So if you wanna hear any more on how to trim a brisket, if you've never done that, I'll have some links below. But right here, we're just gonna have some fun. All right, so for this size of a crowd, I'm kind of doing a little bit more of a conservative style trim job on this. I normally would cut a lot more off, especially for competition, but for today, I'm feeding a crowd, so I just wanted to get it kind of like Dan O's, who doesn't trim anything. But you can see here we got some really nice marbling and a really thick fat cap that goes all the way here into this flat side. And so I'm really excited to see how this turns out. I know it's gonna be phenomenal. All right, so for seasoning, you always wanna do the bottom side first, if you don't already know. And also, look how much we ended up trimming off. So you can use that to render your own tallow like I'm gonna do, or you can make sausage, hamburgers. But anyway, so what you normally want to do is get 16 mesh black pepper, that's the coarse stuff, to go ahead and do your black pepper first. Well, I couldn't find any, but we got some Holy Cow from Meat Church, And I've used this stuff in competitions or catering events, and it's pretty good, and it's got lots of that 16 mesh black pepper. So if you can't put the black pepper on first, this stuff's pretty good. So what you want to do is shake it up top and get a nice coating. I used to use mustard. Goldie's uses warm water, but our local Dave Slaughters at Slaughters Barbecue told me not to use anything and just do it like this. It'll stick and tack up a lot better. So that's what I'm gonna try out just for old Dave. So we're gonna flip it to the presentation side and do the same thing. And I do believe in the saying, if you ain't sneezing, then it ain't seasoned. But my nose is a little stuffy right now, so I'm gonna have to, take my word for it. It's seasoned. All right, so we've transferred this 22.5-pound brisket trimmed down. Now it barely fits, but as you can tell, it's still kind of scrunched up in there. So what we're gonna do while we're waiting for the fire to heat up, we're gonna put this thing in the fridge and let that seasoning tack up on the brisket. And the colder the brisket going in the smoker will give it that nice smoke ring, that nice cherry color that we like. You can look up an article on that and learn some good research. All right, we got Mr. Thomas here, ready for the long haul tonight. Right about 3:25. We got the fire going. Got the tallow rendering. About to put the brisket on. All right, so the brisket is off. Burn ends are off. We got some sausages, getting some more color on them. Just put a whole bunch back. So we've got everything off in the warmer right now, besides the sausages that are still on here. And then we've got some Texas Twinkies with breakfast sausage instead of brisket that we're getting ready to throw on next. So that's just how we do it. We just keep adding more. People keep bringing more, throwing it on the smoker. That's how we do it at Fat Boys Barbecue. You already know. All right, so we just got these on. We're gonna give them about 90 minutes, 250. They should be done. Then we'll just be in the waiting game till supper time, holding everything. That's a good sign. When it wobbles around like that. I want to do this without flooding the sink.